y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
Thank you, Coach. We jump into this challenge in the third quarter with 4 minutes to go. We're still without a score, tied at 0. Your opponent has possession on their own 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Stafford to his tight end, James. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only give up a 1st down and not a touchdown.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the 2nd half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All day, dog.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
They should have known.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
Watch twitch. Watch twitch.
They go to Johnson again. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When people talk about versatility, you should go back and look at Ronnie Lott's entire career. At USC, an All-American safety. In the beginning time in his career in the NFL, an All-Pro corner before switching back to safety to finish off a Hall of Fame career.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come, baby. Come, baby.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. From just shy of midfield, Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And now another one thrown incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
Throwing to Stafford. James has got it. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He'll get this one to Galladay. Fighting through, and he's got space. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense.
Blue 60. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They'll get 5 on the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. Out of the gun, Stafford. And it's caught here, Amendola. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now, remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running from the gun, Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he's stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Stafford. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters. And this is what he's always had. And that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, Charles, while we have a second, we talked about the NFC playoff picture, but I wanted to get your thoughts on a hot topic right now in NFL circles. That's awarding a home game to every division winner, regardless of record. It's happened twice in this decade that we've seen a 7-9 team in Seattle get a home game and a 7-8-1 Carolina team get one. Where do you stand on this? Because there's a scenario where you could have a 13-win team from the NFC West traveling to face an 8-win. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by LT, the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here come the Lions now. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford, open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. From the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. That's taken on the 25. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Stafford is complete to Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 28 yards. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now it's Stafford. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Stafford going to get this one to Johnson, and that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make...
Under pressure. pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Mean Joe Green able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
250.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Lawrence Taylor coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On the ground, this is Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Again, it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on... Oh, and he's not going to make it.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the greens. What I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the greens. Now what I do? Lace up.
Hello, and welcome to this Madden Ultimate Team Showdown. I'm your host, the Coach. To finish this out, here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We jump into this challenge in the 3rd quarter with 4 minutes to go. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. Your opponent has possession on their own 30-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Key at 33, key at 33. 3-3.
From the gun, Stafford, little short pass to James. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, Definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now. Stafford looking middle, and it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target. Third down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Taylor, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, you and I talked during the halftime break about, will we see some points in this game? I don't think this is what we had in mind here.
No, not at all, but points are points.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, Stafford. He completes it to Jones. 20. And he takes the... This one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, 50 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cunningham. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm going back to you.
On 1st down at Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always...